Chapter 130. Adding Fuel to the Fire. Ava had just finished rehearsal when Linda Morrison told her someone was looking for her. She threw on a jacket and walked out. Grace stood there in a crimson coat. Quite a few people had stopped to stare at her cool, beautiful face. This feeling really made Ava uncomfortable. She raised her voice slightly. "Sister, what brings you here today?" Everyone in the dance company knew Ava. This was the first time they learned Ava had a sister. Ava walked over to Grace and stopped, her usual smile on her face. So pure, so sweet, so radiant. It made Grace's eyes hurt. Since Ava returned to the country, her life had been thrown into chaos. Her boyfriend stolen, her parents divorced, her mother no longer speaking to her. "Are you satisfied now?" Grace looked at Ava coldly. "Mom and Dad are divorced. Are you satisfied now?" "Sister." Ava covered her mouth, looking at Grace with surprise. Her clear, bright eyes were full of disbelief. "Sister, how can you think of me like that? Mom and Dad divorced because their relationship fell apart. I know you blame me for not trying to reconcile them. But you're the daughter Mom and Dad love most, and even you couldn't persuade them. How much less could I, the daughter Mom and Dad have never taken to heart? I know you're afraid that once Mom and Dad divorce, Mom won't love you anymore. Even though Mom isn't your biological mother, she's treated you better than me, her own daughter, since we were young. There's no way she'd abandon you. Sister, don't worry." By the end, Ava's voice was choked with emotion. "Sister, I won't compete with you. Because even if I tried, I couldn't take anything away." That last sentence was full of sadness. To the onlookers' ears, it sounded heartbreaking. They never imagined that Ava, usually so cheerful and kind, was actually a poor thing whose father didn't love her and whose mother ignored her. Their eyes filled with sympathy. The heavens will rain, and mothers will remarry. Who can stop it? This sister is being so unreasonable, actually blaming her parents' divorce on her younger sister. Ava is just too kind. She can actually speak so nicely to her. Chattering voices of discussion gradually rose around them. One of the girls walked over to Ava's side. She looked at Grace with a serious face. "Some sister you are. You're just taking advantage of Ava's gentle nature to bully her, aren't you? What does your parents' divorce have to do with her? When your parents divorce, instead of comforting your sister, you actually come here to scold her? I've never seen such a mean sister." The girl spoke extremely fast. Grace's face flushed red then pale, like a color palette, looking terribly upset. Ava tugged at the girl who was defending her. She sniffled, her face full of strength. "I'm fine. Because Dad transferred all his shares to me, Sister is angry. That's understandable. Originally, all of this should have been Sister's, but I don't know why Dad suddenly wanted to transfer it to me." Ava let out a soft sigh. "Maybe it's because Dad wants to make up for neglecting me all these years. Actually, I really don't care about these material possessions. I just want our family to be happy together." Ava's considerate words made the surrounding people look at Grace with increasingly unfavorable eyes. Such a good sister, yet some people didn't know how to cherish her. "Ava, you!" Grace was so angry she couldn't speak. She really could twist the truth. But what was this about shares? Dad had never mentioned transferring shares to Ava. Since childhood, Dad had told her she was Hart Group's only heir. How could he possibly transfer all his shares to Ava? Grace had no mind to continue arguing with Ava. She was no match for Ava's ability to twist black into white. Right now, she wanted more to know what was going on with the shares. Under many pairs of disdainful eyes, Grace turned and left. "She's feeling guilty." The girl standing next to Ava scoffed. Ava shook her head. "Maybe after scolding me a few times, she felt better, so she left. She's always been like this." The girl was shocked. "Your sister is too much." Ava put on a beautiful appearance and inadvertently fanned the flames, saying some things that weren't quite true. Then she told everyone she needed to go back to rehearsal. Those sympathetic gazes made Ava feel very comfortable. She hadn't gone looking for Grace. Grace had come to her door instead. She certainly knew why Grace left, because of the shares. With her dad's nature, he definitely hadn't told Grace yet. Ava rehearsed until very late before finishing. Walking out the main entrance, a black Rolls-Royce was parked outside. Ava said goodbye to her colleagues and walked toward the car. Everyone in the dance company knew Ava was a rich beauty, so they weren't surprised. Adrian? Ava opened the car door and got in. When Adrian wasn't paying attention, she slipped her hand under his clothes, placing her ice-cold hand on his abs to warm up. Freezing. The weather was getting colder and colder, especially at night. Adrian gasped sharply from the cold. Adrian, I didn't freeze you too much, did I? Ava blinked innocently. You'll find out soon enough. Adrian pressed down on her hand. If you move again, you won't have to wait until we get home to find out. Why do I have to wait until we get home to find out? Can't you tell me in the car? Ava smiled and leaned close to Adrian. The howling of the cold night wind sounded in her ears. Ava pressed close to Adrian's ear and whispered, Adrian, I'm still so cold. The next second, the back of her head was gripped. A softness covered her lips.